Hi everyone, long time no video and Happy New Year. I thought it would be fun to come back on here and maybe show off my journal ecosystem. I have a pretty decent amount of books that I'm using this year, so I thought it would be kind of fun to go through and talk about them. I'm also interested in maybe doing some journal with me videos because I do have a junk journal, I have a tarot journal and art journal and all these fun things that I could film. I know it looks like a lot of books here, but not all of these are daily use. These two are planners, so I'll be using these maybe every day or a couple times a week. But as far as the junk journal and this book here, I don't really touch them. Maybe a couple times a month, not super often. So I kind of have a variety of different things I like to work on. But yeah, let's get into it and I can kind of show you what I've got going on and what I use everything for. So I'll start off with my two planners this year. I wasn't intending on having two planners this year. I bought this one, I think it came out in, this definitely came out after Hobonichi season, so maybe late September or October. I bought it with the intention of having it be my personal planner. I didn't really want to decorate too much, so that's why I got this one. It's pre-decorated. So personal planning, project planning, and then just keeping track of birthdays, appointments, things like that. And then I ended up getting this one, the Hobonichi Weeks. Oh, sorry, I didn't mention it. This is a Midori planner, Midori brand. It's the dog planner. I think it's a B6. But I got the Hobonichi Weeks as a gift, and I've only had it for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, so a lot of it is still empty. But since I wasn't planning on getting this one, I ended up deciding to use it as an art journal. And as you can see here, I always like to decorate my planners with little beads and stuff. This one, I used the hot glue method where you make a little loop with glue, and I really regret it because it's hard, it's pokey, and it's kind of ugly. But for this one, I did crimp beads, and then I cut down the ribbon that was sticking out, and I really like this so much better. And then as for the closures, these are literally just hair ties. A regular hair tie that I put a lobster clasp on with some beads. Same with this one. I just like to do this because it saves me money, hair ties come a dime a dozen, and I already have the beads at home. So for this one, I have it decorated a little bit. I'm going to be using my Inuyasha pencil board. Even though it's kind of small, it'll still work. And then my friend Courtney gave me this sticker that she drew. It's so cute. So what I'm planning on doing with this planner is the year at a glance. I'm going to use it for period and migraine tracking. So this is probably the last time you're ever going to see it because it is pretty personal. And as you can see, I had a migraine on the first day of the year, so yippee for me. But basically I've taken a pencil and I've split down the months so I could do half period, half migraine for whichever days I have them. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and it's just good to keep track of cycle and then how my migraines are affected by hormonal changes and things like that. And I'll probably even go as far as to track when I take my medication. Because sometimes when I have migraines, I don't take my medication, so I think it would be good to see the patterns. And then yeah, it's just gonna be, I'm gonna leave it the way it is. It's already decorated. I'm gonna do really simple things. This is gonna keep track of my work schedule and all of that. And this is kind of the extent of what I'm going to do. Just writing. So this was my journal ecosystem, what I'm going to be showing. Monthly bills, expenses, what I'm doing in that week. And yeah, this one is just already decorated, so I don't have too much I have to do. And then I like to do I have a bucket list back here. I'm going to do ins and outs, video ideas, zine ideas, sticker ideas. I'm doing a sisterhood journal, so I've got some ideas here. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm using that for. And then for the Hobonichi, I haven't really decorated it all that much because since I got it so late in the month, I had to do a lot of catching up, and I'm still not done catching up, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to do all of it, but I did at least get the monthly spread done. So this is my intentions for the whole year. Back in 2019, I was able to do this for the entire year and I really loved it, but since then I haven't been able to keep up with it. So hopefully this time around I can do it again. It's just a little doodle every single day, and then I colored it with colored pencil. And then I started doing it for January. And then the weekly pages is where I haven't quite caught up yet, and I don't really know if I'm going to, because I don't want to like force myself to fill out all of these pages and burn myself out with drawing or with collaging or anything. So I think I might just let it be and maybe come back to it later. But this is what I've got so far. I was doing like an outfits of the week. This is the day I had the migraine, so I'm in bed. And then let me get my weeks from last year to show you, kind of give you like an idea of what I was doing. So this was last year's weeks. This is kind of an idea of what I would do. I would have my plans on one side, and then I would do, you know, tip-ins, junk journaling, decorating. Let me see if I have something else. You know, stuff like that. Receipts. Do I have another one? Oh, this one was like Halloween. I'm gonna continue to do that, and I'll do like half drawing, half kind of like scrapbooking. But yeah, I'm just hoping to have this be just like a little easy art journal, maybe something I pick up on like my lunch breaks at work or just throughout the day if I have time. I don't want it to be a lot of pressure. And then next up, this is my junk journal memory keeper. My coworker brought these gotchas to work, and it was like stationery themed. I call these Posca pens. I know they're not, they're Procky pens, but they look so much like Posca pens. And so I attached them to the hair tie with the lobster claws, and I just think it's so cute. This one is getting really chunky, so this hair tie is probably gonna snap soon. And then I just have a little tooth on here. But yeah, this one is just junk journaling and memory keeping. Let's see. I do kind of have some personal stuff in here, so I don't want to show too much of it. But like, here's an example: cinema tickets, junk, like wrapping and stuff. Here's another one. When we saw Linkin Park, I saved the Haribo wrapper. And then this is from my Moomin blind box. This is from my Moomin pop-up event I went to with my boyfriend. It's so cute. More stuff. Hanging out with friends. Went to the Moomin pop-up again. What else can I show? That one. Tonkatsu. These are so good. These are from Costco. Love these. Oh, Crunkey, my favorite candy bar from Daiso. And yeah, this is just a moleskin grid paper. I think this is like a 5x8 size. And this is something that I'm just planning on continuing into the new year. This is one of those books where I typically only grab it maybe once or twice a month and to do a full spread or maybe a few at a time. But it's not something I pick up every single day. But yeah, I made this sticker, my Schmokin' Hamtaro. And I made this one too. Everything else is from like friends or other artists. But yeah. This one is a Midori A5. This is my tarot journal. This one's still pretty new, so I haven't used it too much. But I am hoping to use it more this year. I don't do tarot as often as I'd like to. It's more something I do if I'm kind of down or I need like inspiration. I definitely don't use tarot as like a fortune teller. I use it more as like a way to reflect and review and motivate myself. And this is the one Midori, I don't know what it's called. It's grid paper, but it has like 4 quadrants. And you know, I just use it like that. I was doing like a card a day for a while. And as you see, I've only done like 2 pages, but I have done my, there's a spread, it's like a year in review, it's 12 cards. I did that the other day, so I need to keep this out so I can go in and fill that out and like write my thoughts. And yeah, this is one I'm hoping to continue into the year. And this one is, it's another, this is a dot grid, I think. Yes, this is a dot grid moleskin. I don't know what size this is, but it is bigger than the normal moleskin. My friend got me this journal ages ago for Christmas. I've been using it since, I think, 2021. And this is what I call my storybook. It's where I've been keeping all of my brainstorms, my roadmaps, thumbnails, like character sheets, any information about this story that I've been writing. And I've been writing this story since like middle school. So I don't know if I'll ever finish it or ever make it, but it does bring me a lot of joy to chip away at it in this book or like on my computer. And you know, obviously I would love to make it, and it's a big dream of mine to make this story. So hopefully with the Midori planner, I'm hoping to have it project plan, and maybe get something going by the end of this year, but you know, no promises. I don't really know if I want to show anything. I have a table of contents. I have a lot written in here. I have thumbnails. I do each page like this. Stuff like that, and then just some writing. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got going right now. Oh, I do have another book. I forgot about this one. I have a Stalogy. This is like the regular size Stalogy. And this one, I don't really want to show too much. This is kind of like my creative writing book. It's new. I've only started using this maybe like 2 months ago. But all of the ideas and stories I have in here are like older things that I just had like floating on my phone or my computer. But this is kind of just like a dumping ground for any dreams or ideas or just like short form, gotta get it out of my head type of things that aren't related to this story. I've just got a few things in there. But yeah, that's kind of what I've got going on. I was thinking maybe in like a month or two I could come back and show some progress of what I've done, especially with like the art journal and maybe the junk journal too, because these are ones I'm really hoping to stick with the whole year. Since this one is all personal, I don't really know if I'll show it again. Maybe if I do end up like decorating it or anything. But for sure, I'd like to show this one off again, maybe in like a month or two. Maybe in like a month or two, and then we can see like 2 or 3 months full of art journaling and whatnot. But yeah, that is my journaling ecosystem for 2026. Is that big old stack right there. If you liked watching this video, maybe leave a comment down below about what you're using for your journaling ecosystem, what planner you've got, what you like to use your notebooks for. Do you like to junk journal? Do you like to just plan or write? Or are you somebody who doesn't decorate at all, or somebody who only decorates? Yeah, let me know down below. I'd like to know what you've got going on, and yeah, hopefully I can, you know, get the spark back to make videos again, and maybe do some like journal with me's, and maybe no stationery hauls, because I am trying to do like a no buy this year, or at least like the first half of this year, because I have so much stationery that I need to just use. Oh, maybe I can do a video on like my favorite journaling supplies, because I do have a lot of stuff that I always tend to reach for and use every single time. So if that's something you're interested in, please let me know. I would really love to hear some feedback, and I'd really like to hear some feedback and what you guys might want to see from me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.